Located in the southern Caucasus, Azerbaijan is a country strategically positioned between Asia and Europe. It boasts direct access to the Caspian Sea and includes a separate autonomous region called Nakhchivan. Over 10 million people call this diverse land home. In recent decades, its economy has experienced significant growth, largely fueled by the extraction of oil and natural gas. One of Azerbaijan's most striking features is its incredible climatic diversity. 9 out of 11 of the planet's climate zones coexist within its geographical area. This allows you to experience everything from scorching deserts to snow-capped mountain peaks in a single trip. A truly remarkable contrast of landscapes and living conditions, from empire to nation, resources, power, and the modern balance. Throughout its history, this land has been part of various empires, including Caucasian Albania, Iranian kingdoms, the Russian Empire, and the Soviet Union. Azerbaijan declared its independence on the 30th of August 1991, shortly before the collapse of the Soviet Union. Since then, the country has come a long way. A significant advantage over other former Soviet republics is that 2/3 of its territory possess vast reserves of natural gas and oil. Industrial extraction of crude oil began in the year 1847, 11 years before oil was discovered in Pennsylvania in the United States. By the beginning of the 20th century, Azerbaijan was producing almost half of the world's oil. Today, its nominal gross domestic product exceeds $73 billion. In 2004, it barely reached $8 billion, showcasing the phenomenal leap achieved in a relatively short time. The national currency is the manat. The country has successfully modernized and leveraged its resources to develop its infrastructure and service sectors. Major cities are connected by excellent roads, and the capital city, Baku, has become a thriving financial, tourism, and cultural hub. It's also one of the few capitals in the world situated below sea level, precisely 28 meters below the Caspian Sea. For decades, the country has carefully balanced its identity between Europe and Asia. Its official language is Azerbaijani, a Turkic language, but many older people still speak Russian, reflecting its Soviet past. In the cities, English has gained popularity, especially among younger generations and within the tourism sector. The predominant religion is Islam, with Shia Muslims forming the majority. However, religious practice is generally moderate, and not all citizens regularly attend mosques. Politically, the current president is Ilham Aliyev, who has been in power since 2003, succeeding his father, Heydar Aliyev. This succession highlights a key characteristic of the country's political life over the past 2 decades. Azerbaijan maintains close ties with Turkey, its main ally in economic, military, and cultural matters. However, a long-standing conflict with Armenia over the Nagorno-Karabakh region has persisted since 1978. In November 2020, the Azerbaijani army gained control of the city of Shusha, an enclave of significant symbolic importance to the country. By the middle of the 10th century, Shusha, along with Tabriz, was considered one of the political and cultural centers of the Shia Turkic people, now known as Azerbaijanis. One of the city's symbols is the kari bulbul flower, depicted on numerous flags and posters. While the economy continues to rely heavily on oil and gas, it's also diversifying into sectors such as tourism, agriculture, and transportation. The country has developed pipelines, such as the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan oil pipeline, and gas pipelines, such as the Southern Gas Corridor, allowing it to export energy directly to Europe without relying on routes controlled by Russia. The nation still faces challenges, including income inequality. In rural areas, incomes remain low. The minimum pension, as of 2022, stands at $141 per month. Agriculture employs a significant portion of the population, although it contributes only about 7% to the gross domestic product. Despite these challenges, the country maintains a level of stability that attracts investment and tourism. The streets are generally safe, most people are polite, calm, and respectful. Many traditional values remain vibrant. And despite the changes, the people retain a strong sense of national identity. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more fascinating explorations of Azerbaijan. Music Baku, the city of fires. Baku, the capital and largest city of Azerbaijan, has a population exceeding 2,200,000 inhabitants. It's situated on the western coast of the Caspian Sea in the southern part of the Absheron Peninsula. Lying 28 meters below sea level, it holds the distinction of being the lowest lying capital city in the world. This is due to the Caspian Sea itself also being below sea level, Its most prominent landmark is Icherisheher, the Old City. Here you'll find the Palace of the Shirvanshahs, a royal palace dating back to the 10th century. Nearby stands the Maiden Tower, a centuries-old tower that dominates the city skyline. It's like a city within a city. In 2007, around 3,000 people lived there, including carpet merchants, backgammon players, and a labyrinth of well-maintained alleyways lined with foreign embassies, restaurants, and souvenir shops. When the oil boom arrived in the late 10th century, the city attracted people from all walks of life, from Russians to wealthy Europeans. These individuals not only enriched themselves through oil, but also brought with them European styles and architecture. This is why Baku earned the nickname Paris of the East. The national oil and gas company is called SOCAR. Its headquarters are located in Baku. Interestingly, the price of gasoline is fixed regardless of the gas station. In 2022, the price was $2.20 per gallon. The city boasts several important universities, such as Baku State University and Azerbaijan State Economic University. Tourism is booming, with many international visitors arriving from various countries. The official language is Azerbaijani, a Turkic language, although Russian is still widely spoken among older generations who lived during the Soviet era. Among younger people, English is more prevalent, as more and more people adopt it as a second language. Since the early 2000s, Baku has reinvented itself as an ultra-modern city with striking architecture. One of the most famous buildings is the Heydar Aliyev Center, a contemporary art space designed by the renowned architect Zaha Hadid. Inside, you'll find exhibitions dedicated to the country's history, and even a section devoted to automobiles. Another unique spot is the Carpet Museum, shaped like a rolled-up carpet, showcasing gigantic creations and weaving techniques from various eras. Other notable landmarks include the Crescent Hotel, the Denise Mall Shopping Center, resembling the Sydney Opera House, and the Flame Towers, the most modern symbol of Baku. These towers symbolize fire, as the region is known as the Land of Fire. One tower is residential, another is an office building, and the third houses the Fairmont Hotel. The city also features historical buildings such as the Palace of Happiness, the 10th century Ramana Tower, the Baku City Hall, built in 1944, the Nizami Museum of Azerbaijani Literature, 1939, the State Philharmonic Hall, 1910, and several important mosques, including the Haydar, Taza Pir, and Bibi Heybat mosques. The last one is a reconstruction of a 10th century mosque destroyed during the Bolshevik era. Baku Boulevard is a pedestrian promenade created in 1919. It runs parallel to the waterfront, featuring a Ferris wheel, an amusement park, a yacht club, musical fountains, restaurants, and even a mini Venice with gondolas. It's a popular spot for jogging, cycling, and walking pets. Baku has hosted events such as the Eurovision Song Contest in 2012, the European Games in 2015, and Formula One races on its street circuit that encircles the old city. The city's taxis are quite impressive. In 2011, they introduced black, purple, and yellow taxis, inspired by London. These are only available in London and Baku, although the price is somewhat high. More affordable options exist, such as the Bolt app. Public transportation includes buses and a metro system opened in 1967, which today has 3 lines and 25 stations. A single ride costs 18 cents. There's also a funicular that will take you up to the Flame Towers. Music. Azerbaijani gastronomy. Azerbaijani cuisine blends the flavors of Europe and Asia, thanks to its location between the Caspian Sea and the Caucasus Mountains. A typical breakfast includes dairy products, fresh butter, various white cheeses, rich cream, honey, bread baked in a tandoor oven, and eggs. All this is accompanied by copious amounts of black tea. A full breakfast in Baku costs between $5 and $6. Black tea is the national drink, consumed after every meal. It's also offered to guests as a sign of politeness. It's served in small glass cups, sometimes flavored with rosewater. You can still often see water heated in metal samovars, a legacy from Russia, although they are less common today. Among the dairy products, ayran, a whipped yogurt drink with a salty note, and dovga, a yogurt soup with fresh herbs, served hot or cold, stand out. Most dishes are prepared with lamb, beef, or poultry. Lamb is very popular, so you'll always find flocks of sheep in the villages. One of the most famous dishes is plov, a rice dish seasoned with saffron, vegetables, and spices. There are 40 different variations of this dish, depending on the region and season. Kebabs of meat and ribs, cooked on a grill, are also noteworthy. Another staple is dolma, minced lamb or beef mixed with rice and seasoned with mint, fennel, and cinnamon, wrapped in grape leaves. Kutab is another specialty. Thin dough filled with lamb, cheese, or spinach, fried in a pan. Among the more unusual variations is uchbaji, known as Three Sisters, stuffed eggplant, pepper, and tomatoes. This is a typical dish for family gatherings. A dish that evokes mixed opinions is kash, made from boiled parts of a cow or lamb, such as the head, legs, and stomach. It has a very strong smell but is considered ideal for recovering from a hangover. Light snacks are a must. At dinners with locals, they always put out more food than expected. The most prized delicacy is Caspian caviar, known worldwide. Traditional desserts are equally important. For example, in Sheki, they prepare honey nut halva, a crispy layered sweet. There's also baklava, similar to Turkish baklava, but with its own local flavor, made with nuts, cardamom, and syrup. Tea accompanies every meal everywhere. Serving tea to visitors is a sign of respect and hospitality. In some villages, it's still brewed in samovars and enjoyed with local sweets like baklava or candied fruits. Azerbaijani cuisine reflects a centuries-old cultural fusion with Turkish, Persian, and Russian influences. It's a cuisine of strong flavors, spices, and meats, where each dish has a story connected to the customs of the region. Music. The mountain regions. Guba is located in northeastern Azerbaijan, on the slopes of the Shahdag mountain. The town has a population of 38,000 people. Over the past decade, the town has developed significantly thanks to the influx of tourists. One of the town's main attractions is the Juma Mosque, built of red brick in 1802. Nizami Park was created by German prisoners of war in 1946. It's filled with kiosks where people sit to eat or drink tea, a very common custom in this area. One resident, Musa, said he goes there almost every day after work to drink tea. He's a professional athlete, practicing Greco-Roman wrestling. He also works as a trainer at the local gym. Another resident, Islam, said he was born in Guba and loves living there. He noted that one of the most important places is the Guba Genocide Memorial Complex, which commemorates the massacre of Azerbaijanis committed by Armenians in 1917. The surroundings of the town include mountains, a river, forests, and the sea. According to him, it's one of the few places in the world where all these elements combine. He stated that the community is very friendly and welcomes visitors. Nearby is a unique settlement called Krasnaya Sloboda, also known as Red Village. It was founded in the 15th century by mountain Jews, who still live there. This village is inhabited exclusively by Jews. There's a Jewish school, 3 synagogues, and a university where Hebrew is taught. One local resident mentioned that there are daily flights from Israel, demonstrating the direct connection with that country. Guba is in an area surrounded by mountains and forests. From there, you can hike to the mountain village of Khinalug. The horse they ride is named Kichar. To get there, you need to drive on a narrow road, but it's manageable for any ordinary car. The journey takes about 40 minutes. As you ascend, the temperature drops and snowy patches begin to appear. From the top of the road, you can see the river in the valley below. Some sections of the road are so narrow that they become dangerous. There are sections with loose stones and very steep walls, but if the weather is dry, you can pass without problems. Khinalug is a very old village with approximately 2,000 inhabitants. Its origins date back to Caucasian Albania. It's located at an altitude of over 2,000 meters above sea level and surrounded by the country's highest mountains. It's quite cold in this area. Their customs are very different from the rest of the country. They have their own language, and because it's difficult to reach, they've managed to preserve many of their traditions. One of the village shepherds, Merab, noted that the fertilizers they use come directly from livestock. The houses are made of stone. There's a small museum showcasing antique carpets, household tools, ceramics, earthenware, and traditional weapons. Near this region is the Shahdag Mountain Resort. It's the largest ski resort in Azerbaijan and also the first one to open. An hour's drive from Sheki is another well-known place called Gabala. It was the capital of ancient Caucasian Albania, and now it's one of the most visited places in winter. Gabala is home to the Tufandag ski resort, one of the largest in the country. Although the cable car was closed during the visit, the excursion included a stop at a shooting club. Restaurants in Gabala are very large, resembling parks, combining delicious food, open spaces, and fast service. Tavakul, the creator of the Wildness Cooking channel, lives in this city. He's a chef who promotes the natural beauty of the country and traditional cuisine. During the visit, they cooked a whole lamb together, fresh and cooked outdoors using a multi-cooker. Music, Sheki, and the Silk Road. Sheki is a small city with a population of 68,400 people. It's nestled in the forested foothills of the greater Caucasus Mountains. It's known for its traditional architecture, typical food, and the friendliness of its inhabitants. One of its greatest attractions is the Sheki Khan's Palace, recently declared a World Heritage Site. It's the city's most famous building. It was built in 1763 and served as the residence of the Sheki Khans who ruled at the time. It has 6 rooms and 2 balconies. Inside, the design is detailed and colorful. There are many stained glass windows made using the Shebeki technique, a traditional method of assembling wood and glass without nails. In addition to the summer palace, a winter palace has also recently been opened. While the summer palace is the best known, it often goes unnoticed by tourists. The city has quiet streets, small museums, and artisan workshops. One of the most famous dishes in Azerbaijan is piti, a thick lamb and chickpea soup served in 2 stages. First, you break bread and soak it in the rich, flavorful broth. Then, you crumble the remaining bread and eat it as the main part of the dish. It's a hearty meal designed to truly fill you up, a testament to Azerbaijani hospitality and culinary traditions. This is a satisfying and deeply cultural experience. Sumgait and Ganja. Sumgait is Azerbaijan's second largest city, boasting a population of 345,000 people. It's primarily an industrial city, not overflowing with tourist attractions, although its pleasant waterfront promenade offers a welcome respite from the bustling factories. The Sumgait State University adds a touch of academic life to the urban landscape. Located only 31 kilometers from Baku, Sumgait was founded in 1949 and rapidly expanded, becoming a significant chemical and metallurgical center. Its factories produce aluminum, steel pipes, synthetic rubber, petroleum products, and other heavy materials. This intense industrial activity has had a significant impact on the environment, unfortunately resulting in Sumgait being one of the most polluted areas in the country today. During the Soviet era, the city had a tram and trolleybus system, but now transportation relies primarily on buses and taxis. Despite its industrial focus, Sumgait has over 20 beaches nearby, and even a water park, offering a refreshing alternative for those seeking seaside relaxation, a welcome change from the less swimmable waters of Baku. The sea embankment and the family park are beloved spots for locals to stroll, relax, and watch the sunset. In Family Park, a sculpture known as the Dove of Peace stands as a symbol of hope and peace for the city. Meanwhile, Ganja, located in the northwest of the country, is Azerbaijan's 3rd largest city, with a population of 335,000. Unlike Sumgait, Ganja boasts a rich and extensive history spanning over 1,500 years. Over the centuries, it has been ruled by various cultures and empires, including Arabs, Persians, Turks, and Russians, leaving an indelible mark on its cultural fabric. Visitors to Ganja can explore the remnants of an old 15th century fortress, a tangible link to its storied past. Ganja's economy is a blend of agriculture, tourism, and some industry. For instance, nearby mines extract valuable minerals that supply metallurgical plants producing goods such as copper and alumina. Ganja is also home to 4 large universities, including the Ganja State University. A group of students shared their experiences living in the city. One student raved about the overall atmosphere and friendly demeanor of the people. Another expressed hopes of graduating and pursuing postgraduate studies in Germany, showcasing the city's role as a springboard for international opportunities. They also discussed the local cuisine, highlighting baklava as one of the region's most popular sweets. Another student was studying veterinary medicine, demonstrating the diverse educational opportunities available in Ganja. The main tourist attractions are centered around Haydar Aliyev Square, home to the Ganja City Hall, architecturally identical to a building in Tbilisi, Georgia. Adjacent to the square is the Juma Mosque, also known as the Shah Abbas Mosque. Constructed in 1706, its 2 minarets were added in 1776.